Namaste. We're not specifically using chairs today, but you're always welcome to have one. If that was a more comfortable way to do the pranayama and the meditation at the end, for example, please feel free. So, is it about 60 something today? I don't know, it's chilly. And last week it was 100. So we're always subjected to this changing reality. Temperature is only one small example. The outside reality is where the reality that's external to us is the place where we must live our lives. And it's not a stable environment. So the more we can find the stability here, the better off we'll be, not always riding the highs and lows in dramatic ups and downs. Yoga describes material reality as being, as consisting of three realities, three energies. That's not quite right. They're called constituent qualities of nature, called the three gunas. And there is a guna, a quality of stability and solidity. It's called tamas. It's the quality of heaviness, of sleepiness, of darkness, of solidness. The floor has a lot of tamas in it. The air does not. So that's one of the constituent qualities of nature. There's also a quality called rajas, which is the quality of movement, of heat, of excitement, of agitation, of change, rajas. And the third quality is called sattva, which is the quality of stillness, serenity, calm, peacefulness. These three qualities are present in everything, everyone, all the time, but in different ratios to each other. So if you take a moment as you're standing here and observe inward, do you feel any quality of heaviness in the body, or in the mind, or in the emotions? And that heaviness could show up as feeling really strong and solid, or it could show up as feeling really tired, or it could show up as feeling depressed. Tamas doesn't necessarily have to be bad. In general, we don't want too much of it to predominate our lives except at nighttime. But nonetheless, sometimes it shows up. If you have a heavy heart, that's tamas. If your mind feels dull, that's tamas. If your body feels tired, that's tamas. So there's some amount of tamas in your system right now. Otherwise, you'd be floating. And then take note internally, do you feel any quality of movement? Maybe that shows up as being excited about something, or anxious about something, or of your mind spinning because you have a million things to do, of your mind just moving from place to place, or maybe your body's twitchy or not able to stand still. Those are all manifestations of rajas. And so you're going to have a certain amount of rajas in your system right now. Just notice. What does your body feel like? Does the body feel like awake and tingly and moving around? Or does your body not feel that? How does your mind feel? Is your mind really active or not? Third quality, sattva. We also have this in our makeup at all times, in changing qualities, in changing proportions. Do you feel any sense of being clear and awake and present and calm? Does your body just feel kind of comfortable? Is your mind focused, present? Do your emotions feel even keel? There's sattva. So without a doubt, we always have some of all of these things. And it's helpful to check in and notice how much is manifesting in a particular moment. So imagine a little pie chart. If you made a pie chart of your rajas, tamas, sattva right now, what would it look like? And we'll check in after the class. Because one of the functions of yoga is to decrease rajas and tamas and increase sattva. This is one of the reasons we do yoga, is to get more sattva, get more quality of clarity and calmness in the life. So you can see how the practice affects the reality at 9 a.m. Compared to at 10 a.m. All right, so we're going to start down on hands and knees. We're trying to bring some lightness and mobility into the body, and also focus. And slow down the racing mind, or wake up the sleeping mind, wherever you're starting. I just bring some equilibrium here. So with the lips gently closed, we'll inhale, draw the breastbone forward, feeling your breastbone lift a little bit so your front body opens slightly. Exhale, tuck your tail under, move your hips back towards your heels. Relax your elbows so they drop down to the floor, and relax your neck. We'll stay here and take a breath, feeling the breath move slowly into the back. Relax your neck even more as you exhale, relax your shoulders. And then on your inhale, rise back up onto hands and knees. Pull the chest forward, so it's like you're trying to look at the front wall with your breastbone. Exhale, bring your hips back to your heels, relax the neck, soften your elbows so they move down towards the floor. Feel your lower back stretching. Stay here and breathe in very slowly, letting the breath come in gently. And breathe out even more slowly, relaxing your neck and shoulders. We do this twice more. Inhale, rise up onto hands and knees, pulling the breastbone forward away from the belly button. Exhale, the hips go back to the heels. Tuck your tail under, relax your neck, soften your shoulders, your elbows drop to the floor. We'll stay here and inhale gently into the back. Exhale, slowly pulling your belly in and make sure the breath is completely out. Last time, inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, move the hips back to the heels. Relax neck and shoulders. Soften. And stay here. Breathe slowly in. And out. Now as you inhale, lift your hands off of the floor and stand up tall on your knees. And with the exhale, we'll bring the arms down. We're going to stretch out the feet. Tuck your toes under. This may be enough. If it's too much on your knees, you can fold your mat over. You might like to take your blanket and put it underneath your sitting bone, or perhaps you don't need that and you can just sit on your heels. So find a level where you're stretching your feet and your knees are okay with the situation. It may be intense, but relax your shoulders and breathe nice and easy. We don't have to have the breath be too long or too lengthened right now, just a relaxed breath. The more intense that feels in your feet, the more relaxing your neck, face, and shoulders will give you a little bit of calm. We're going to work our way slowly up into a standing position. Take your time coming upright. We are just emerging from that quite extreme heat and probably for many people a busy weekend. So even though it's nice and cool and wet this morning, the body might be a little destabilized. So take your time. We're going to tune into the breath for a moment. I'm not going to have you counting the breath throughout the practice, but I do want you to do that your mind and to your body that it is possible to slow the breath down. Let's take a look down at the feet first and organize the feet so that they're in line with your sitting bones, your hip joints. If you make a gentle fist, it should slide between your feet, but the feet should basically brush the edges of your hand. That gets your heels, your knees, your hips, and all in line. Find a point to place your gaze. Relax your face. We're going to just work on lengthening the exhale a little bit here. The inhale naturally will lengthen probably. We're just going to ask the exhale gradually to get longer over 6 repetitions. And I'm going to have you count the length of the exhale. The inhale is free, and we're going to link the movement of the arms with the timing of the breath. So it's just going to be a simple movement of bringing the arms out and up to the sides. With the inhale, we raise the arms out and up. And then we're going to, in 4 counts, lower the arms down and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax the breath. We're going to do that same thing again. Inhale, arms out and up. Steady gaze. Exhale in 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a relaxed breath. Now we're going to increase the exhale to 5 counts. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. And down in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax the breath. And do that same thing again. Inhale, raise the arms. Slow count 5 as we exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a relaxed breath. Next 2 repetitions, we're going to increase it to a 6 count exhale. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. We'll lower down in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And take a relaxed breath. Final time. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. And down in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax the breath. So if you were able to lengthen the breath from 4 to 6, or even from 4 to 5, keep that pacing in mind as we go through the rest of the asana. And just try to keep that exhale nice and long and calm. You don't have to count it, although you could if you find that stabilizing. So we're going to do a vinyasa. It's part of what we did last week, except we're not going to do the big balance part of it. We're going to focus on the other part, and I want to emphasize something a little different. Well, we're going to find the balancing in a different way. So we're going to first go to Virabhadrasana 1, first warrior. We'll stay here for a breath. So it's a slow inhale, and then a slow exhale, and then a slow inhale. Then we're going to go down to the forward bend with the legs straight, but I'd like you to have your elbows bent. So instead of aiming for the floor, aiming to the thigh or the calf, straight leg. But see, with my elbows bent, my shoulders are relaxed. Rather than I'm here, then there actually is some tension up there. So we're not reaching for the floor, reaching for the leg, somewhere with the elbows bent. Chin tucked under, gaze back. We're going to take a breath down in this position, and then rise back up through the warrior and lower down. You'll find that it is a balance challenge, not as extreme, but it is a balance challenge to do that forward bend without touching the floor. So it makes the balance challenge more internal. Spread the hips. Let your hands rest on the hips so you can feel where they are. Keeping your belly button pointing straight forward. Right toes turn out, or right leg turns out in the socket. So you're just going a few degrees out, just like 15 degrees. If it were a clock, you're at 1 or 130 with foot. And then And your left foot comes forward. Comfortable big step forward. Let your arms come down and feel your steadiness. And if you feel not quite steady, left foot goes a little bit wider. And keep pulling your right hip forward. Relax the arms down. Notice your right heel going into the floor. Really stretching strong down that back leg. The back leg stays straight the whole time. We're never bending that knee. With the inhale, we're going to raise the arms forward and up and bend the front knee. Let's keep the gaze forward for this first one. We're going to stay here and exhale. When you exhale, your belly button comes to your spine. Your right hip is pushing forward a little bit. You stay while you inhale and lift your chest up like you're lifting your ribs off your waist. Then with your exhale, straighten your leg, bend down, let your hands come to your leg. So right next to each other on your thigh, your knee, your chin. Elbows bent out to the sides. Gaze towards the back wall as you take a breath. Tuck your chin under, look towards the back. After a complete breath there, we're going to bend the knee. Feel your left heel on the floor as you raise your arms forward and up. We're lifting back up through the warrior. And then exhale, arms down. Front leg straight, shoulders relaxed. Feel your right heel reaching down, your right hip forward. And we'll take that again. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, bend the left knee. Stretch up, keep a steady gaze here. Stay while you exhale. Feel your belly button come in, your right hip come forward, your right heel reach down. Stay and inhale, lift your ribs off of your waist. As you exhale, we're straightening the front leg, letting the hands come to rest on the thigh, the knee, or the calf. Elbows bent, gaze back. Look towards the back wall as you stay for a breath. Drop that right hip down. Good. Feel your left heel in the floor. When you're ready to inhale again, raise your arms, bend your knee, lift yourself up, stretch up. Your back leg is still straight. Exhale, arms down, front leg straight. Square the hips, relax the shoulders. Good. So you feel there's a balance challenge in that forward bend without touching the floor. Internal steadiness versus external steadiness. We'll do it twice more. If you like, you can raise your chest more and look up in the warrior, or you can keep looking forward, your choice. Twice more, same way. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, bend the front knee. If you like here, you can tilt your chin up if that's comfortable for your neck. Exhale, pull belly button into spine, keep pulling your right hip forward. Inhale, lift your ribs off your waist. Then exhale, fold down. Front leg is straight. Hands coming to rest wherever they comfortably come. Tuck your chin under and look to the back wall. Really try to straighten that leg. Stay for a breath. Drop the right hip down. Feel your left heel on the floor as you inhale. Raise your arms, bend your front knee. Lift back up through the warrior. And exhale, arms down, legs straight. Relax the shoulders, bring that right hip forward. Take a relaxed breath. Sense your steadiness. We're going to do that one more time. Think about your breath, nice and long the whole time. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the front knee. If you like, your chin can tilt up. It doesn't have to. Stay while you exhale, pull belly button to spine. Stay while you inhale, lift the breastbone up. Exhale, fold down. Your front leg goes straight. Please straighten the front leg. Try it. Hands placed wherever they come easily on the leg. Chin tucked under while you're breathing in. And out. Your right hip is dropping forward. Feel your left heel on the floor. Inhale, raise your arms, bend your front knee, lift up. You're solid in both of your feet. Exhale, arms down, front leg straight. Relax the breath. Bring your left foot back to meet your right. Look down. Align the feet. So don't think that your feet are going to end up perfectly aligned without your gaze, especially after only doing one side of a asymmetrical pose. Check it. Feel your feet root down. Relax the breath. Feel the crown of the head lifting up. Give the body a moment to recover. The breath a moment to breathe on its own terms. Great place to practice self-observation. Come to the second side in the same way. So let's place the hands on the hips. Check that the hips are square. Pivot on your left heel, rotating the whole left leg out in the socket just a few degrees, and then your right foot's going to step forward. Arms rest down, and we're going to check. Is that left hip back? If so, pull it forward. Do you feel a little unsteady? If so, move your right foot a little bit wider. Get a good steady stance. Face relaxed. We're going to keep the gaze on your gaze point for the first 2 repetitions, so don't lift your chin for these first 2. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up and bend the right knee. Do lift the breastbone even though you're not lifting your chin. They're different things. Stay while you exhale. Get that left heel really down into the floor and pull your left hip forward. Stay while you inhale and raise the breastbone up. Exhale, fold down. Your right leg is going all the way straight. Your hands rest easy on the leg, wherever that is. Tuck your chin under, look at the back wall. Stay while you inhale. Stay while you exhale. Feel that right heel on the floor and inhale, raise your arms, bend your knee, come all the way back up, lifting the chest. Exhale, arms down and front leg straight. Relax the shoulders. Square the hips, steady gaze, take a relaxed breath. Second repetition, inhale, raise the arms, bend the front knee. Gaze steady as we exhale, pull belly to spine, relax the shoulders. Stay in inhale, let the chest lift. Then exhale, fold down, straighten the front leg. Let the hands come where they comfortably come. You want your elbows bent, your gaze towards the back wall. Stay while you inhale slowly. Exhale completely. Feel that right heel. Inhale, raise your arms, bending your right knee. Lifting the chest up, finding the gaze point. Exhale, arms down, front leg straight. Relax the shoulders, square the hips. Take a relaxed breath. We have 2 more repetitions. If you like, you can now lift your chin up. Most important is to keep that breastbone lifting. If you want to add the opening of the throat, that's fine. It's not better. It's only better if it's better for you. So don't go for the more advanced version automatically. Feel what your body wants. Okay, 2 more times. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the front knee. Lift the breastbone. If it's good to lift your chin, then do. But if it's better to keep your gaze steady, please do that. Same for a breath here. Drop those shoulders, even though your arms are lifting up. Then we're going to use an exhale to fold down. Your right leg goes straight. Hands rest wherever they comfortably come on the leg with your elbows bent. Chin tucked under. Breathe in. As you exhale, you can drop your left hip down and forward a little bit. Relax your neck. Then feel the right heel on the floor. Inhale, raise your arms, bend your knee, lift up. Good, strong right leg. Exhale, arms down, legs straight. Relax your shoulders, square your hips. Take a relaxed breath. Final repetition. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the front knee. Definitely lift the breastbone. Perhaps if it feels natural, then you lift the chin as an extension of that. Stay as you exhale, belly button to spine. Stay when you inhale, lift the breastbone. Nice long exhale as you fold down and straighten the front leg. Hold that left hip forward, bend your elbows. Don't reach with the hands, just settle them. Relax the elbows as you inhale, working towards the back wall. Stay and exhale, relax the neck even more. Observe your right heel on the floor as you inhale, bend your knee, raise your arms, and come back up through Virabhadrasana. Feel the strength of your right leg. Exhale, arms down, front leg straight. Relax the breath. Bring the right foot back to join the left. And again, check down with your gaze. Confirm that the feet are parallel, just slightly separated. Then gaze easy towards the vault, the space in front of you. Find a point. Soft, steady focus on it. Breath flowing naturally. Internal observation. Maybe you can already feel the gunas shifting. If your mind was very busy and racing before, maybe it's a little bit more focused. If you were feeling tired and dull, maybe you're a little bit more awake. We're going to move to forward bend. I do want to make a point about this as well. So it's a forward bend, but there's a back bend in the forward bend. So we inhale the arms forward and up, keeping the gaze steady. Here we're not lifting the chin up, we're keeping the chin down. The chest can still lift when you raise your, when you keep your chin down. Exhale, keeping the weight balanced under the feet. We're bending down, not pushing into the heels. So I don't want to see this, because now I'm short here and here. And see this, lengthen, lengthen. We're going to take a relaxed, we're going to take one breath here with the neck and shoulders relaxed. When they come up, the first thing that happens, you're going to feel your heels, bend your knees just a little bit and get your arms up around your ears. Bring yourself up so your chest is already open and your gaze is already down. So I get myself like this before I start rising up. Could you see it? Rather than this, because it's very hard to open your chest when you're like this. So we want to open the chest on that inhale. So, simple basic pose, but a lot going on here. Gaze soft and steady. Both feet well balanced, standing on the front, the back, the inside, the outside of the foot equally. Keeping your gaze, inhale, float the arms forward and up. The chin is dropped, breastbone is lifted. Exhale, fold down. You can bend your knees a little bit if you like. We're just draping down, relaxing the neck, letting the head hang, the arms dangle, or gently touch the floor if they're down that far. Then you stay while you inhale. Let your head really drop down and stay while you exhale. Now bend your knees just a hair. Feel your heels on the floor and inhale. Stretch your arms to the front wall. Open your breastbone and bring yourself up. Your chin is down. Your gaze is forward. Your arms are around your ears. When you get to the top, exhale, the arms come down. We'll take a relaxed breath. Does that make sense? Can you feel that you're working your upper back to open your chest on the way out? 3 more times, just like that. Inhale, arms forward and up, maintaining your steady gaze. Exhale the belly button to the spine as you fold down. Feel the length coming along the whole back of the body. Relax your neck. Just drape yourself forward. Stay while you inhale slowly and fill the back with the breath. See if you can lengthen that exhale. Now feel your heels. Bend your knees a little bit. Raise your arms forward as you inhale to open the breastbone. And lift yourself up. Stretch up with the arms. Good. And exhale, lower the arms down the front. Your gaze is fixed. And you take a relaxed breath. And do that twice more. Inhale, arms forward and up, maintaining your steady gaze. Exhale, fold down, relaxing down, feeling the length along the whole back of the body. Let your head hang heavy. Stay and inhale slowly. Notice the length of your exhale. Breathe it out completely. Again, it's just a hair of a bend in the knees. Inhale, stretch your arms as far to the front wall as you can. Really stretch it forward. Arms forward, forward, forward. Then you come up. Exhale, lower the arms. You're keeping your steady gaze. And taking a relaxed breath. I'll do that one final time. Notice your feet against the floor. Keep them evenly weighted. Inhale, raise your arms forward and up. Gaze stays steady. Breastbone lifts. Exhale, bend down. Feel the length coming into the back of the body. Relax the neck. Slowly let the breath come in. And breathe out extra long and slow. Complete. Then bend the knees just a hair. Float your arms forward as you take your inhale. Arms first, then your breastbone, then you're coming all the way up. Keeping your gaze. Exhale, lower the arms down the front. Samasthiti. Just let the breath go. Keep your soft, steady gaze. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice your legs. Feel the pelvic girdle, the belly, the back. Feel the length of your spine. Notice the lift of the chest, the release of the shoulders, the rise of the top of the head towards the ceiling. Samastiti, equal, balanced pose. Breath is free. Okay, we're going to take a twisted triangle, so please turn and take a wide stance on the mat. Face in this direction. Legs nice and wide and parallel to each other. So again here, we're not reaching to the floor necessarily. The floor is a little closer than it was before, but you don't have to get to the floor. You know that you can put your hand on your leg, and it actually gives you a little bit more balance challenge. For the first 2 repetitions, we're going to do the twisted triangle with the top hand on the back, so you can really just feel what your spine is doing. For the second 2, if you want to extend the arm up, you can add that, but again, only do that if your body thinks that that's a good idea. We start with a soft, steady gaze forward, shoulders relaxed. See if you can even out the weight under your feet. With the feet wide like this, it's easy to go too far in or out. So try to get yourself where you've got that ball of the big toe rooted. Keeping your steady gaze. Inhale, arms out and up. Nice and slow with the breath. We're going to twist to the left side. Exhale. Right hand down to the left foot or leg. Left hand goes behind your back, and you're going to turn and look up at the ceiling or towards the back wall, whatever your neck prefers. And we stay here while you inhale. Stay and exhale. Feel your belly come in and see how much you can turn the spine. Try to turn your breastbone towards the ceiling. Then feel your feet on the floor. Inhale, come all the way out and up with your arms. Lift up to the top. Then we're going to go down to the right side. Right hand goes behind the back. Left hand to the right foot or leg. Turn your breastbone to the front wall. Stay while you inhale. Stay while you exhale. Rotate around your spine. Turn. Feel your right heel and inhale, come all the way up. Arms out and up as you stand all the way up tall. Gaze is going to the wall in front of you. And we're going to lift just lower the arms out to the sides and down. And take a relaxed breath. Notice your feet. If you're falling outwards into your ankles, get some energy into the feet so you're equally on the inside and the outside of the feet. Second repetition. Inhale, arms out and up. Twisting to the left side, we exhale. Right hand down to the left foot or leg. The left hand's going to rest on the back, and you're turning your spine. Turn your breastbone. Your breastbone's pointing towards the back wall. Your gaze could be to the back wall or to the ceiling. Feel your left heel. Activate your left leg as you inhale and lift yourself up. Bring yourself all the way up. Arms nice and wide, lifted through the chest. Gaze is forward. Exhale, twist down to the other side. Let your right hand rest on your back. Turn the chest to the front wall. The gaze can be at the front wall or the ceiling while you take a breath. Tune into your right heel. Press into it a little bit as you inhale and lift yourself up. Stretch up. Exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Take a relaxed breath. Now, if you're going to add extending the arm up, or I would say only add the extending the arm up if that augments the pose in some way. If it detracts from the rotation in your spine, please don't add it. If you do raise your top arm up to the ceiling, the palm is facing towards the same direction as your breastbone. So if I'm saying chest facing the back wall, the up arm faces the back wall. Okay. So 2 more repetitions with the option of lifting the top arm up if you want. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. Exhale, we're twisting to the left leg. So you can put your left hand on your back, or you can stretch your left arm up to the ceiling with the palm facing the back wall and stay for a breath. That's a turn, even a little bit more. There, yes. If your arm is up, so you can straighten out your wrist. With all the rotations in the shoulder. Inhale, bring yourself up. Stretch up. And then let's twist down the other direction. So the right hand can be on the back. Or if you're going to have it up to the ceiling, the palm faces the front wall, same direction as your chest. Stay for a breath. Still keeping the breath long and smooth. Wrist nice and straight. Feel that right heel as you inhale. Lift yourself all the way up to the top. Breastbone lifted, gaze on the wall in front of you, not up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms come out to the sides and down. We'll take a relaxed breath. So try to make a decision now whether your arm is going to be on your back or up to the ceiling. The less indecision we have in our lives, the more steady we'll be. So that's more important. That clarity. Yes, my hand's going to be on my back, or my arm's going to be at the ceiling. That clarity brings stability to the system. So make a decision now, and whatever your decision is, it's great. Okay. Last time. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to the left leg. Hand wherever you decide it's going to go. If your arm is up, palm is to the back wall. Stay while you inhale. And stay while you exhale. Feel your left heel on the floor as you inhale. Rise up to the top. Stretch up. Reach up. Exhale. Twist down to the right leg. Hand can be on the back, or if you decide it's going to be up, palm is facing the wall that your breastbone is facing. We're staying for a breath. And with the inhale, bring yourself all the way up to the top, stretch up. And exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Good, relax the breath. Bring the feet together and come to Samasthiti at the back of your mat, facing the front wall again. Find your gaze point. Relaxed breath, internal observation. We're going to take the half squat. And the instruction for coming out of the forward bend, the squat position, is the same as with the straight-legged forward bend. So we're inhaling, keeping the gaze forward. Exhaling, folding down. That might look like this or this. Doesn't matter how far down you go. Just honor what your body can do. We're going to then inhale the arms up around my ears. See how my arms move? I've still got my chin down and my chest down. Then I bring myself up. That means that as soon as I'm coming up, breastbone is open. Gaze is forward. So the position has been established at the very beginning of the inhale. 4 repetitions, we're not going to stay. We will take a relaxed breath between each repetition. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, maintaining your steady forward gaze. Exhale, bend the knees as deeply as is appropriate. Drape your torso over your bent knees. Let your head go down. Inhale, lift your arms up around your ears. Then feel your chest off your thighs. Come all the way up. Find your gaze. Exhale, lower the arms down. Take a relaxed breath. And do that 3 more times. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, keeping your gaze point. Exhale, bend the knees, fold down, relax the neck. Drape over the thighs. Feel your heels. Inhale, lift your arms around your ears. Feel your chest off your thighs. Lift yourself all the way up. Find your gaze point. Exhale, arms down the front. Relax the back. I'm going to do that twice more. Try to think of all those points I'm giving you on the way up. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, maintaining your gaze point. Exhale, bend the knees, fold down, drape over the thighs, relax the neck. Feel your heels. Inhale, raise your arms up, lift your chest up, straighten your knees, find your gaze point. Exhale, arms down the front. Take a relaxed breath. One final repetition on your own. See if you can notice all of those instructions on your own. I can't even imagine how many times I've done this movement in my life over the last 30 years. I'll tell you, it's never boring. There's never anything boring about it. Emily's done it 1,000, 50,000 times too. It's interesting every time, right? Because you're dealing with something that's changing. So yes, every time you're going to think about my heels, my chest, but something different is happening every time. That's how interesting life can be. Okay, let's do a balance. We're going to do the tree pose. 3 possible variations. The best one is where you can work on the balance. You may prefer to take your socks off and or step onto the wooden floor. And I'm going to see if there's any place I can be where I'm not standing in front of anybody. Maybe here. Okay. So do please find a point where you know where your gaze is. This again, certainty is stabilizing. So having that certainty, I know where my eyes are, will be helpful. Yeah, go where you want to go, Aurora, and I will adjust you. No, go there. That's fine. Okay. Look down at your feet. Align them with your hip joints. Let your weight go over into your left foot. You're actually going to shift over onto that left leg a little bit. Put your hands on your hips and turn the right leg out in the socket. Turn it outwards, and then lift your right heel so it's just above your left ankle bone. And push your right knee back. Now there's a lot going on there. Your toes are still down on the floor. Now, if this feels like a good place to practice your balance, put your hands in front of your chest and stay here. If you want to have a slightly more challenge, you can start to lift your foot off of the floor to the calf or to the inner thigh. The best place is where you're going to be practicing your balance. Hands together in front of the chest, pressing them in will give you a little bit of internal stability. And then if you like, arms can even come up. Gaze stays steady the whole time. Once you're settled there, let's do 4 slow breaths. Keep the breath going. See if you can lengthen that exhale. If you could breathe at 6 counts in our warm-up, see if you can do 6 counts now. Oh, just keep your toe down. Do what I'm doing. Yeah, that's good. Hands together. When you finish 4 breaths, then you release the arms. Bring yourself back to Samastiti. Settle into both feet evenly. Relax the breath. Internal observation. There's quite a lot physically going on. We just did something extreme and asymmetrical. There may be some reactions mentally or emotionally also. Notice and then put it aside. And then we'll go to the second side. So we're going to let the weight shift over to the right foot. Hands on the hips and turn your left leg out in the socket. Bring your left ankle above, your left heel above your right ankle bone. So you're actually touching the ball of your foot and your left heel. They're feeling something. You can stay here, hands in front of the chest. If you want to raise your foot higher up your leg, feel free to do that. If you want to extend the arms up, feel free to do that. Find a place where you can work and breathe and see if you can lengthen your breath to your exhale to 6 counts for 4 breath cycles. When you've had 4 breath cycles, the arms relax down, the feet return to Samasthiti. You connect with your gaze, you observe internally, relax the breath. Let judgments, criticisms, analyses drop away. Here you are. At least everyone in this room is standing very well on their 2 feet. Breath is breathing. Here, we're going to go into a vinyasa. We're going to do 2 repetitions with a downward dog and 2 repetitions with a plank. So I just want to be clear on one point of instruction. Both of them will start the same way, inhaling and exhaling. The first 2, when we're doing down dog, my arms are nice and relaxed, my elbows are down. We inhale, and that gets my hands right underneath my shoulders. So when I go to down dog, I can have a good grip with my hands and a nice long line with my spine. When we go into the plank, inhale, exhale. Instead of my elbows being down and relaxed, I'm going to stretch my arms way forward, press my hands down, inhale. Now my hands are forward of my shoulders, but to come to plank, I'm going to tuck my toes, and I can align my shoulders up over my ankle, my wrists. You see the difference between the elbow placement? Okay. So it might feel a little bit askew on the hands and knees, because your hands will be forward of your shoulders, but that's for a purpose. So come to stand on your knees, or sit on your heels. And again, your body will tell you what's the best thing to do here. And if you need extra padding, you can fold your mat over. So you could be standing up tall on your knees, or sitting on your heels. Long, smooth breath. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Stretch up with the breastbone. Exhale, bend down. Here we're just folding into a nice, easy child's pose with the elbows down on the mat. Relax your neck. When you rise up onto hands and knees on your inhale, your wrists should be under your shoulders. So come up onto hands and knees, wrists under shoulders. Tuck your toes and raise your hips to the ceiling. Push up into downward dog. We'll stay for 1 breath. Slow inhale. Good. Count that exhale. Make it nice and long. Then inhale the knees slowly to the floor. Keep pushing the hands down into the floor as you make your slow descent. Breastbone is up. Exhale, hips back to heels. You relax your neck, shoulders, elbows drop to the floor. Then the inhale, lift your hands and stand up tall on your knees. Arms framing the ears as you come up. And exhale over the arms. If you like, sit down on the heels. So that arm framing the ear, same thing we did in our forward bends. Getting the arms up and then standing. Okay, we're going to do 1 more just like that. Inhale, raise the arms, stand tall on the knees if you're not there already. Lift the chest. Exhale, fold down. Your elbows are bent, touching the floor, relax the neck. Inhale, rise to hands and knees, push your hands down into the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes and raise your hips to the ceiling. Hips up. Raise your sit bones as far from your hands as you can. Stay while you inhale. And exhale. Nice long exhale. Then the inhale brings your knees down to the floor. Slowly down. Exhale, hips back to the heels. Relax your neck and shoulders. Drop the elbows down to the mat. Now lift your hands first. Inhale, raise your hands off the floor and come all the way up. Arms frame the ears. Exhale, arms down. Sit down if you like. Take a relaxed breath. Okay, so now we do the plank variation 2 times. Inhale, raise the arms. Stand tall, lift the chest. Exhale, fold all the way down. Now reach your hands as far forward as you can. Your elbows will be off the floor. Arms are straight and long. Inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Keep your hands where they are. You're going to be forward of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, and as you exhale, go to plank this time. Lift up and get your shoulders over your wrists. Stay while you inhale. Nice straight arms. Push your belly button up strong in your belly. We're going to then keep pressing your hands down into the floor. When you're ready to inhale, knees go down. When you're pushing your hands down as your knees go down, exhale, hips back to the heels. Now you can relax the elbows to the mat, relax your neck. Inhale, lift your hands and arms up around your ears and stand tall. Take some back muscles there. Exhale, arms down. Hips can come to the heels, or you can keep standing tall while you relax your breath. One final repetition like that with the plank. If you're having any problem with your lower back and it's better to do down dog, please do that. Inhale, raise the arms. Stand tall, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Extend your arms fully so you're really long, straight elbows, press into the floor. Inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Allow your hands to be forward of your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift into plank. And when you go to plank, you're shifting your breastbone forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Stay for one breath. See if you can lengthen that exhale. Keep pushing the floor away. Then with your inhale, keep pushing the floor away so your knees come slowly down to the floor. Then you exhale and bring your hips to your heels. Relax your neck and shoulders. Your elbows can drop down to the mat. Soften. Then inhale, lift your hands off of the floor. Stand tall, stretch up. And exhale, lower the arms down. Take a moment to relax the breath. And then when you're ready, turn to lie on your back with your head up towards the front wall. And come onto your back with your knees bent for a moment and tune into your lower back. If there's any discomfort in the low back, take a moment with your knees hugged to your chest. If your back's feeling fine, just rest with your feet on the floor. If you'd be more comfortable with something supporting the back of the head, feel free to put a blanket or a pillow there. Now tune into the position of your feet on the floor. If you can get them lined up with the sitting bones as you had them before. Feel the shoulders relax. Here we're slowly going to lift one foot and then the other foot off of the floor so your knees are in towards the chest. So lift the feet, knees are into the chest. If you automatically feel like you want to be holding your legs, please do. If that impulse doesn't arise and you don't need to hold your legs, then don't. So do whichever one is more comfortable for the body. No need to add strain, so do what's comfortable. If you're holding your knees, you'll hold your knees each time. If your arms are down at the sides, they can come down to the sides after each repetition. We're going to raise one arm and the opposite leg. So as you inhale, we'll take the left arm and the right leg. Left arm to the floor behind you, right leg up to the ceiling. Then as you exhale, lower your arm and bend your knee, so your hands can come to the legs or to the floor. Keep yourself nice and steady as you inhale your right arm and your left leg. You're taking the arm all the way up and back to the floor behind you, so big stretch in the shoulder. With the exhale, your arm lowers down and bend the knee. Your hands can come to the legs or to the floor at your side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Keep your torso nice and steady. Try flexing your foot back if you want more stretch. Exhale, lower the arm and bend the knee. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Stretch your arm all the way up and back. So it goes towards the floor. And then as you exhale, arm down and bend the knee. Nice and steady in the center. We're going to do that twice more with each pair. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, arm down, bend the knee. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Move with your own long, slow breath for that nice long stretch. Do each pair once more. Move with the breath. Inhale, left arm, right leg, slowly. Exhale, arm down, bend the knee. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, arm down, bend the knee. Now place one hand on the top of each knee. The thighs are in towards the chest. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Have your knees in quite close so that your thighs are coming towards your belly and your lower back going down into the floor. Relax your feet. See if you can separate the feet. And then as you inhale, simply straighten your elbows to move your knees away from your head. When you straighten your elbows, move your knees away from your head. And then on your exhale, pull the thighs back and close again. Let's tune into the length of the breath. Inhale, slowly moving the knees away from the head by straightening your elbows. Count the breath. So you can get at least as long as it was in the warm-up when you were counting to 4, 5, or 6. Maybe you can even extend longer than that. Inhale, float the knees out away from the chest for that gentle opening of the chest. Exhale, pull the thighs slowly in. Counting that exhale, extending it as long as it's comfortable and smooth. Do that 4 more times on your own. Eyes closed, attention inward. Follow your breath into this simple but profound movement. In your own time, when you finish those 4 repetitions on your own, we'll transition into final relaxation. So you may find that you want some extra layers or put your socks back on. As you're ready, stretch out long on the back. With the legs extended straight out onto the floor, feet separated. They can come even as wide as the mat or a little less than that, whatever feels good. That final pose should help the lower back to be comfortable. If there's any discomfort in the lower back, we can place something behind the knees and it will help. So let me know if you don't feel comfortable on your back, and I can help you get a prop to support the backs of the knees. Feel free to cover up. If you need a little more stability in your system, put a folded mat on your belly. A folded blanket on your belly. As you get yourself set up here, take your hands as a little bit wider than your mat. Turn your palms up. Take a moment to feel your shoulder blades spreading out. Check in with the position of the head. If any adjustments are necessary to help the neck be comfortable, do those now. And then see if you can settle in and rest in stillness. Stillness is a quality of sattva. Clarity is a quality of sattva. Calmness is a quality of sattva. So we're cultivating these sattvic qualities in as many aspects to the relaxed breath, the sattvic. Feel the breath breathing itself gently. Rest the attention on that gentle movement of the breath. If the mind moves, go to the center. Bring it back. Feel the body. Comfortable and still. Sthira Sukha. Rest the mind on this present experience. As we emerge from the relaxation, please do so gently, with as little disturbance as possible. As you're ready, take a gentle stretch of your arms overhead. Gently lengthen the breath. And then slowly transition to a position moving on to your right side. And then up into a seated posture. And it is possible to get a chair if you like. Or find a comfortable position on your folded blanket or cushion. Most important here is that we can feel rooted and that the spine can be lifted. If it's too much attention on your hips or your knees, then you're not going to be able to focus on your breathing or your mind. So get yourself comfortably supported, spine lifted, chest is slightly open, shoulders relaxed, crown of the head up. Close the eyes. Let's work with gently extending the exhale again. We're going to be breathing in through the nose, slowly watching the breath come in through the nose. Fill the chest, fill the belly. And then the exhale starts by the navel pulling into the spine, engaging the abdominals and coming up and out through the nose. Take another free inhale, gently bringing the breath in and down. And this time, count your exhale when you're ready. So you're going to count how long it takes to get the exhale out. Make sure that the exhale includes a release of the shoulders, a little pause, and then a gentle inhale. And then take another exhale of that same length that you just counted. Relax the shoulders at the bend, pause, breathe in gently. And then explore, see if you can lengthen the exhale by 1 or 2 seconds. Taking that little pause, and then allow the breath to come in gently. And do another breath of that same length. And a gentle inhale. See if the exhale can lengthen even a little bit more. If that creates strain, then please don't lengthen it, but maybe you can lengthen another second or 2. Relax the shoulders. Pause gently at the end of the exhale. Let the inhale come in gently. Do one more breath at that same length. Then allow the breath to be free. Inhaling naturally. And exhaling naturally. Release the attention to the length of the breath. And watch its natural flow for a minute or so. internal observation. Can you perceive any qualities of sattva, of focus, serenity, stillness, calmness, peacefulness, clarity? Can you perceive any qualities of rajas, of movement, excitement, agitation, hyper-alertness, overactive imagination? Can you perceive any qualities of tamas, sleepiness, heaviness, solidity, dullness, sadness? And then in your mind's eye, if you were to compare the pie chart that you made at the beginning, the proportion of rajas, sattva, tamas, to the proportion now, has there been any change? And if you can observe just one sattvic quality, bring it to mind. Let that quality accompany you as you start out into the day. Let your hands come in front of the chest. Again, think of that quality. If there's not one present, you can bring one to mind. And let that accompany you as you leave here and start whatever comes next. Namaste. You all? Enjoy this beautiful rain. Be well.